I would also like to have a house with the grass on the roof and kind of a hobbit.
A little house.
But then we went to see another glass house, and both of us, we had this feeling of the space in it and the light. Yeah. And we looked at each other and thought, this is what we are going to do.
So we're seeing farms. Are they animal farms mostly?
Yeah, it's a pig.
It's a pig farm over there.
Pigs.
Yeah.
Pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's breeding pigs. Yeah.
Yeah. And is that, what do you farm? Like on, because you're a farmer, right?
Yeah, and work up there on this farm.
Oh, you work on that farm?
Yeah.
Oh. So you don't farm your own land?
No.
Wow.
We have these 10,000 square meters.
Yeah.
But if you feel like you're in the middle of a huge farm.
Yeah, indeed, yes, yeah. We were both born and raised at farms, so this is kind of natural to us.
What kind of farms were you raised on?
Traditional old Danish farms with pigs and cows and hens and everything. Yeah. But now the farms are much bigger, and this farm is actually the only one here in our local area.
This was a farm? So what, like we see
here?
It
was a farm with cows and pigs. Yeah. This is an old cow house, and there was a pig house here and a big barn. And where we had the glass house, it was, the old house.
The old house, that was the house.
Yeah.
No animals.
No house. No animals.
So like it is now, it was a house?
Yeah, okay. It was.
Did you tear a house down?
We did, yeah, we tear it all down. It was not, the roof was fine, but it was not too good at the bottom.
Okay.
So we teared it all down and, we cleaned the bricks. Yeah, we cleaned these 21,000 bricks and reused them.
What is the structure? Was it an industrial greenhouse structure that you purchased?
Yeah, it's a normal industrial greenhouse. Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's simply tomato.
It's tomato house.
Yeah.
You grow humans like you do tomatoes. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
So would the venting, is that all part of what you would need for tomatoes, or is that just because it's a home?
It's for tomatoes. It's going automatically.
22 degrees Celsius and the window is open, yeah.
And they close again once it's cooled off enough?
Yeah, below 22 Celsius, and when it rains, it also closes. It also takes care of the wind. And the feeling when you go in here, the space and the light, I think that was what hit us and made us say, this is what we really would like to do.
Oh, it's
you can hear it, yeah.
Closing or opening?
I think it's closing a little bit. It's a little cold wind coming and...
Gosh, all these bricks, I mean...
Yeah, and we feel a lot for these bricks. Because we have had these bricks in our hands when we cleaned them, when we sorted it out. We have really touched these bricks 2 or 3 times. And some of the bricks were the inner wall at the old barn. Yeah. And we could see that they have been used earlier than this. So actually, some of these bricks are being used for the 3rd time. Wow. Yeah, and that's a good feeling.
And where did each of them come from? Do you know?
Earlier, there was local brick factories here.
Yes. Okay, on the...
Yeah. We do have a lot of clay in the ground here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. When people ask us what we like best about this, normally we answer this melting together of inside and outside. What's in and what's out. We got these big windows we can open, and the house and the greenhouse melts together, and the greenhouse and the outside melts together.
So you do see that this now becomes one whole space, right? So when the weather's good...
Yeah, this is kind of a terrace right now.
Right?
Because with shelter as well.
How much of the year can you be like this?
It depends on the weather. When it's a sunny day, we had a sunny day, for example, at the 24th of December one year, we were eating up at the roof terrace because it was 20 degrees. So if the sun is up, it easily gets around 20 degrees in the greenhouse, but mostly in the 4-6 summer months. And we can also, in wintertime, tuck in our living room and almost like a little cave.
Look at that view. It really feels like you just kind of launch out into the land.
Perhaps it's a bit too cloudy to see, but it's a new picture every day, depending on, well, again, the weather and the sun and the season. Someday we can see the tree over at the other side very clearly, but today it's shady.
But you still see the water.
Yeah, today it's light green. 2 days ago it was with the white waves, so it changes every day. During the last 3 or 4 days, I don't know the English word for the red ones, they are...
Poppies?
Yeah. When you are born and raised at a farm and are used to be outside, it can be difficult to be in a city where there's also always something that stops your sight. You can't see, and I think that's also what we enjoy here. We have this view.
Yeah, all around. Yeah.
You get these this impact from the outside, and that's very nice.
And it also seems you must be really aware of what's happening outside, because I'm noticing, I mean, more aware than you would if you just had a window, because as the sun keeps changing, and right?
Indeed, yes.
Always looks what's coming, and light and dark and snow and rain and wind, everything. Yeah.
Love it. It's changed again. The sun's gone now. Soon it'll rain.
Yeah. You can hear the rain on the glass. It's crazy.
And I just like how these trees are really coming right. The glass is right up against the trees. It's just kind of like you feel you're part of this part of the forest or something, or the grove.
Yeah, and perhaps the house is placed by the trees. This Japanese cherry blooms with these light pink flowers in May, and I think the greenhouse was mainly placed after that.
You planned that. I mean, it was also where the old house was, kind of, but you could have picked to do it at a different angle. You could have turned it this way.
Yeah,
yes, we could do it, but it was best like this. Yeah.
It feels like a painting.
It does.
It feels like it's like you framed it, maybe framing nature.
Yes, and when you are framing it, the way you look through things, and then you see it in another way.
It wouldn't be the same just to like walk outside of your house and it's too much almost.
Yeah, sure.
It contains it in a way. And it also seems you must be really aware of what's happening outside, because I'm noticing, I mean, more aware than you would if you just had a window, because as the sun keeps changing, and right?
Indeed, yes.
Always looks what's coming, and light and dark and snow and rain and wind, everything. Yeah.
So it's definitely a part of the year where this is really helpful to kind of keep it, so you can have a warmer.
Yeah, it would. Well, we don't have to go to the Mediterranean. We used to say we have it here.
Really, like certain months you kind of get, Even in December, how many hours of sun are you getting?
It's very different from the one day to another.
Yeah. But there can be enough. You said even in December where the days are short.
In half an hour, the temperature can raise easily 10 degrees. Yeah. If the sun is on,
We got a February night where it was 15 minus outside. We come up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was 9 minus degrees outside here in the greenhouse. Yeah. And then the sun come up, and it was 22 degrees at noon. So it's very dynamic. So it can be very hot and very cold too. Yeah. But you also have the shelter from the wind. So it doesn't feel so cold inside here because there's no wind.
This room is a very dynamic room. It gets hot fast, and it also sometimes gets a bit chilly fast.
Did you expect that?
We knew that because it's only one layer of glasses, so it is like a real greenhouse. And we like because it's very close to the nature. You can hear the birds, you can hear the rain. That's how we like it.
And when it snows, it's kind of like a cave. The sounds gets different.
You can't hear the sound outside when there's snow on the roof. It's very cozy.
It would probably be like dampening all sound.
Yeah.
But most of the year, is it just green like this?
Now, of course, in wintertime, there's no leaves at all the trees, and that's fine because at wintertime, well, it's darker in the wintertime, but also lighter because there's no leaves at the trees, so we get the light through. Yeah.
It's opening up. Yeah.
Oh, these doors just open right out?
Yeah, and we have to have something in front of it, but it's nice for cooling down.
Wow, you feel the wind come in.
Yes, it does.
Oh, so it really cools it off.
Still, it's very hot inside. You can just open all the doors and the wind will come up, and the heat will always going up and draw some cool air inside.
When the windows at the rooftop opens up, you can feel the cold air comes down as well.
Yeah.
So it circulates.
It's just beautiful. It's almost like it invites you to see outside, and from the outside also inside.
That's the plan, because when you are here as a guest or you got the yoga, it's like you have to be in the nature. It's good for us.
In my weekly yoga classes, perhaps it would be easier for me to have a place where there's a lot of people around all the time. But I think this place is so obvious to do yoga. I have this idea about a place where you can combine the feeling of the nature outside and the feeling of the yoga inside. And these things, they're talking so good together.
It's surrounded by trees, so as if somebody tried to protect this from the wind at one point?
This is a kind of a normal farm garden here in Denmark with the trees around the garden.
You have some trees to take the wind.
And you also feel like you're really part of the farms, because you're seeing just the fields all around.
Yeah, we are both born and raised at farm, so it's kind of natural for us to be in an environment like this. We had a farm. We had a farm, and we sold that, and that's kind of the reason why we're having this greenhouse. But also that this house is not extremely expensive for a Danish house. But we chose to build the real house. Yeah. We choose to make that a bit smaller than others would choose. So we tried to make it cheaper in that way, and also, of course, reusing whatever we could. The stairway is reused. It's been at a police station in the northern part of Jutland. We measured it and did it the third time as well to be sure. Perhaps it could have been 10 centimeters lower. But we made it fit.
So these bricks, are the ones on the wall different from the ones on the ground? They look different.
Yes, it is. These are from the house mostly, and these were from the house and the inner wall at the barn. And the red ones are from the barn and the pig house. Luckily, some of them was built with clay between them, so that was pretty easy to clean them. But some of the red ones, they had to have a steady hand. And I actually got this hammer. By use, it was the angle of it was uneven, and it was getting smaller.
From your use, from all the, just because you hammering the brick to get the cement.
Yeah.
How long did it take you? I don't even want to.
I don't remember. A lot of podcasts and a lot of books in my ear. Yeah.
But I mean, a year, couple years.
Yeah, a year, and we have no rush because we used a couple of years to draw the house, and we lived up here nearby, so we could go down here and clean the bricks.
For the first months we were here, we stayed in a camper van
Oh, really?
Yeah. I really like the feeling about we have cleaned the bricks and we have reused them, but we have also done that because we like the aesthetic in it.
When you say you clean the bricks, how did you do that?
By hand?
Take one brick and clean it. Next, you have to do it that way.
Brick by brick?
Yeah.
Brick by brick.
One by one.
Yeah.
You didn't count them.
21,000. I know we have done that, but it's kind of hard to understand. but when I face something else I have to do, it's a nice experience to have that I know we have done that. If you can clean 21,000 bricks, you can do a lot.
And the brown or the white or yellow, these bricks are a different style than, I mean, I'm used to more of the red. Is this a local clay?
I think the bricks here is very old, and I think many of these yellow, they are local. But I think the red one can be from anywhere in Denmark, I think. These old ones here are very, very handmade. And you can see it up here. It's a sign, one of the stones here. It says 300. So it's very handmade.
When we were cleaning them, sometimes you sat with a stone and you would just, oh, this stone is beautiful. The colors were changing. Okay, you have to go over to all the others.
Right, you do see some paint still on some of them.
Yeah.
Or would that have been the mortar?
Chalk.
Chalk?
Calc in Danish.
Oh, in cal in Spanish, lime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lime.
And the bricks are very steady, are good for the warm heat in here. It can take all the heat and the cold and the moist and everything. Yeah. Yeah, very strong inside. Yeah.
So it's actually also a good heat sink for daytime heat to release at night, probably. Yeah. It's just. Oh, and you have an outdoor stove. Is that for heating, cooking?
For pizzas.
So if we go inside, you see, I mean, it's kind of one big space, right?
It is. The vacuum cleaner can reach every corner from one place, and that's a daily pleasure. It's not huge.
It's enough for 2 people. Yeah.
So you didn't build this when your children were in the home?
No, they look at the drawing and said, oh, we got to move.
It's more or less one room, and we have these sliding doors also to be able to make it smaller or bigger. Our bedroom is here. And also with the view outside, yeah, but not today. It's too...
Oh, nice. And the color is great too.
Yeah, calming blue.
Yeah.
For the night. And the bathroom. And that always also connects to the greenhouse.
Does every room have a door outside? I think it does.
It does.
Because you have to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have this connection to the greenhouse.
How often do you open the door in the bathroom? Do you? If you're brushing your teeth or doing something, will you open the door and just kind of look out?
Yeah, when we're having a shower, it could be with the door open.
And then the little sewing nook.
Sewing with a view.
How often do you sit in here? I mean, do you use this, or is there a time of year when this is nice and...
Yeah, in the wintertime more, in the summer more outside.
It is seasonal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I see here, there's one more room. I didn't even see that. That just opened up.
Yeah.
So that's your guest room.
Yeah.
And it opens up too. They all do.
Yeah.
I see a lot of food too, right?
Yeah, it's tomato and grapes and cucumbers and...
We have had our first cucumbers this summer. In not so long. We will be living by eating tomatoes.
Here, is that grapes?
Grapes, yeah. The green grapes here and the blue grapes over there.
Do grapes grow very well in Denmark?
In the greenhouse, yeah. We got the green out here because it can take the sun from the house.
In Spain, you have the same. So some people may grow a vine like this for the shade.
Exactly, yeah.
But at the winter time, we have the light in because there's no leaves, and we cut the grape down.
Yeah, it's interesting because this time of the year, it does feel like it's darker inside, which is what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you keep I mean, if you really need light, you come out here and then you stay inside for
Exactly, yeah.
And we have placed our bedroom in the northwestern part of the house, and that is the coldest part, and with the walls out to the open, and not to the greenhouse. This is sometimes very nice for evening.
Yeah,
For the evening, the sun is in the west, so. But also sometimes it's too hot, then we are over there in the shadow. So depends on the weather.
Yeah.
So you have little microclimates within this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you have to know just really the patterns of nature as well, and throughout the day, throughout the year.
Yeah.
Do you have a bed back here?
We have a bed, yes, because, well, we have our bedroom, we have one extra room inside the house. This could be the extra bed when we need it. Yeah.
Has anyone slept in here?
Yes, sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Here in Denmark, you let your baby sleep outside. You think that is very healthy.
Really?
No, well, not during the night.
Not during the night, okay.
No, and I think why not for adults as well? It's the old floor from the house, the bottom of it, yeah. And also the ceiling.
From the old summer house?
Yes. That's the old floor from the house.
From this house that was right here?
Yeah, and also the floor.
This is the same, but this looks more weathered.
I think that's because of the sun. The sun is very...
Strong.
Yeah.
It looks so cozy. You get all the green, it's just this little enchanted corner. Oh, you do, yeah. There's a bee, which is great, so everything gets pollinated.
Yes, this year I haven't been the bee in the peaches and the apricots.
No.
This year I thought I will do nothing, but the bees did it. Yeah.
I mean, there is something healthy about being in nature.
It also seems very natural to combine that with the yoga. These stress reduction benefits from being in the nature, doing yoga, breath work, meditation, and also doing craft activities. You get the same stress reduction from these things, and I think the combination of it is very natural.
It's too hot in summer. Doing yoga upstairs?
No, we do yoga up there, yeah, but not in the middle of the day.
Okay.
In the evening, but also for events. Full moon yoga, gong nights, playing gong all night. Also during the winter time, people arrives in their ski wear, and then we do breath work.
And this is where, oh wow, this is where the animals used to be.
Yes, it is. There was 2 rows of cows here, and in the middle here they were transporting the food for the cows.
I like your floors. Is this the same floor you have in your house?
Yeah. Actually, that's also reused. It's been used at a fair under an exhibition.
How expensive was it? Because it's a very wide
Yeah,
and those are more expensive, right?
but it's very, very thin. And also here with a lot of framed nature.
But it does feel different after being in the other. Now we feel like we're inside.
Yeah, it's another kind of shelter here. You don't have to close your eyes for the sun, and it's another feeling here. I would like to make a creative workplace in here. Oh, I would like to build a wall over here to have the creative work space here. The health promoting effects of doing craft activities, doing pottery, woodwork, knitting, embroidery. When you fully immerse yourself into these activities, forget about time and space, and do something with your hands and get this sense of flow.
And it's similar with being in nature.
Yeah, sure, and it's all stress reduction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Med det der, så kan jeg komme her igen. Det er sådan lidt. Doing things by hand, being in nature, it runs in our genes, I think. Thank you. Basically, it's what we are made for as humans. All these, it makes sense.